Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is KAITLYNF and I am ranking all of the palettes I have from Oden's Eye in my collection. I figured with the release of the new holiday palettes today, I would go ahead and do a ranking of all the other palettes I have in case there's something in my collection that you don't have that you wanted to pick up at the same time. There are a few things in the ranking I know are unavailable, but I still wanted to put them in the ranking just to show you what's left and what isn't, and how they compare. In case you also have something that isn't available, you could still compare it to what is available, if that makes sense, to see what the quality is like. Before we get too far into the ranking, if you have not already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe, and I would love to have you back again on the channel in the future to talk all things makeup. So with that, I've got 10 palettes from Oden's Eye in my collection, certainly not all of them. I myself am not sure if I'm going to get the new ones. I don't know, partially for budget reasons, partially color story reasons, but here are the ones I have. And number 10, this is the oldest one I also have from the company, is the Soul Mane, the original. And this, I think it just boils down to formula. Like, they have done a lot with their formula, even their pan size and layout and design, everything you'll see. This is not a bad palette. It's just okay. There are still, like, this one in the bottom, like there's a duochrome in this, which I feel like at the time it came out was really, really nice. Again, nothing wrong with this eyeshadow palette. It's fine. Just formulation wise and texture wise, I don't think it's as impressive as what they're coming out with now. In number 9, for similar reasons, is the original Norns eyeshadow palette. This is before they reformulated. They have re-released this in their new format and formulation, but you can tell since this one's circular pans, this is the original. The formula was better. They had these really great shimmers at the bottom of this palette, but again, still, I don't feel like this formula is as good as the one they currently have, so I do like this color story better than the Soul Mane, so that's why it got ranked 9 instead of 10. And now we're getting some newer ones. In number 8, I believe these are 30% off on their website right now as well. This is from the second Oden's Eye and Angelica collab, the Trick or Treat palette. Formula much better than the ones I showed you in 9 and 10. I just have not reached for this. Like, I used it once for the video when I first got it, and I don't know if it's a color story or what, but I really just haven't reached for it again. It wasn't bad. I don't know. I just didn't really feel anything towards it, albeit the artwork I always feel is amazing on Oden's Eye these days. You know, they were a little more plain Jane in the beginning, but their artwork now is fantastic. But that one, again, I just really haven't reached for it, so I ranked it lower. And number 7 is the other palette from that collab, the Little Ghost palette. I really enjoy Angelica's content, so I wanted to get these. And this color story I do like a bit more with the pinks and purples, but still I certainly haven't reached for this as much as the other Oden's Eye palettes that I'm going to show you above this. And a lot of these, like, there weren't like a lot of special shades, which I know is how they keep the cost down, but they're just kind of like regular shimmers. But part of what I like about indie brands is that they usually have more special shimmers, and I feel like with Oden's Eye you're paying the indie brand price, but there's not as many special shimmers as some other brands I've seen at the same price point. I don't know. And number 6 is their collab with Annette, and this is the Giant Wolves palette. I kind of like this smaller color story, smaller compact palette, and this is what I'm talking about. This has special shades in it, in my opinion. Astral, this one that looks white, and Eternal, super shifty and special, and I love the like grunginess of this color story. But yeah, those had more special shades that I really, really enjoyed in this palette. Could have used maybe 1 or 2 lighter mattes, I will say, so this wasn't my perfect color story. Didn't think I could rate it any higher, but definitely higher than what we've seen so far. And number 5, the Hey Reindeer palette. I think they're re-releasing this one with this year's holiday palettes, and these, while the artwork is very holiday, the inside was not super holiday on these. I mean, you can only do holiday colors so many times, right? I think that's what they're seeing now, is they're getting the money from the holiday releases, so they want to do a holiday release, but they've kind of already done the classic holiday color stories, so they're trying to find new ways to invent holiday color stories that aren't really holiday color stories, but they can say are holiday for, you know, all the shopping that time of year. It's, sorry if that sounds jaded, I just feel like that truly is what it is. But that being said, their holiday releases are all rated higher in this list. They are higher quality, I think, too. Candy Canes in this one is a really cool special shade. Christmas Ham, another one that's really cool. And I actually used this a ton on my honeymoon last summer. Totally not during Christmas time, but outside of the Christmas season, this one is a good one. Number 4, the Hella palette. This is the original collab that Angelica did with Oden's Eye. And this one, I really like the color story. The murky greens, even these pinks are really fun. River and double-sided, these two are really special shades. Really, really like those a lot. And yeah, I mean, I've got dips, visible dips that I can see in some of these pants, and that tells me I have used this one quite a bit. And yeah, this one I think was the best out of all 3 of her collab palettes. The Halloween ones, I didn't like as much as this one. It's just, I don't know, formula, special shades, concept, all of it. I felt like this one was better, just my personal opinion. And in the top 3, we've got the Snow Dream, the other holiday palette from last year. This one I also took on my honeymoon and used quite a lot, just doing like neutral looks with this gold. Really, really pretty. The frankincense holochrome's kind of weird, I will say. Although it's a special shade, it's not a perfected hollow formula in my opinion from the brand, but they've got several other like really textured, like this one. I love these textured shimmers. If you've been on my channel before, you know that. They've got some more smooth shimmers in here too, but the textured ones are really what has my heart, and this has several of those in it. And again, this has kind of the red and green, but it's more muted red and green, so it's like you could go holiday, but you can definitely go a lot of other ways and use it outside of the Christmas time of year and get other kinds of looks. And number 2 is the Merry Christmas palette. Now I know right now you can't get these, but they said they were going to go away once and they brought them back, so maybe they'll bring them back seasonally or occasionally, so I still wanted to include them in here. This one is your classic red and green, your true red and green, but again, you've still got like Santa's Star, this really textured shimmer. I love these textured shimmers so much. And we've got like Bless, this like pink to blue duochrome is really fun. Little Star I've used a whole lot. It's the shimmers that make this one special in my opinion. And yeah, you can just use this one a lot too outside of Christmas, because there's so many ways you could make this just more neutral, you know, that you can go like with a brown and a gold, or with this kind of like taupey color, Jingle Bell. It's like an old goldy green with gingerbread, and make it more of a neutral. And then we've also got like the muted green in here as well, and like pink to blue. Come on, it's not all Christmas is what I'm trying to get at, but that one's really versatile and great formula. And then my favorite Oden's Eye palette of my entire collection is the Christmas Eve palette. This is the more cool toned one. Lots of blues, but you've also got kind of like a murky green, brown, an olive green. You've got gray. You've even got more of like this, I don't know, what color would you call that? It's not quite yellow. It's like lemony, but like muted yellow maybe. And the silver, the gold, the purple, all the shimmers. This blue star shade is really, really pretty. Again, we have like snowflake. You can see up here in the corner here, probably like the texture of the shimmer. This one's my favorite. Now, like I said, I don't own every Oden's Eye palette. Of course, they've had so many more releases than this. I really would like to get the Rock and Stone one. That one has been on my wish list for the longest time. Maybe if they do a Black Friday sale, I'll end up buying it. But I don't think I'm going to get the collection, the new holiday one right now, at least not at full price. I guess we'll see if y'all sell them out or not. Let me know What do you think of Oden's Eye? Do you support them as a brand? Do you like them? Do you not? Do you own any palettes? Have you tried them? Are you looking to try the new holiday collection, or are you like me where you're waiting for a sale if you're gonna shop at all? Maybe looking at this list, you can just shop your stash a little bit. I know I'm gonna be using some of these palettes this year to kind of maybe scratch that itch without buying new palettes. And I hope this was helpful to you. Thanks so much if you made it all the way to the end, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!